Oh, you had 2 of them.
And Chocodo, yeah.
I know better than you. You should be ashamed. You're a Romanian.
I should be. You mentioned you brought up the IGLing, and now my mind just went to, yeah, you're right. Beastic does have to move to English IGLing right now.
Yeah.
He's done so much better. And who are the best players right now in the server in the last couple of weeks for Sinners? It's the Czech guys. So is he maybe focusing a little bit on them? Are the others maybe not getting as much attention as they would have liked to have been? I doubt it. But
I'm not looking at this team and thinking Beastic is the father of everyone and there's just the
Sure,
children that get more
not.
love than the others. I think it's for the team's benefit.
that's why they have a coach.
I mean, when you say we want our team to feel like a family, I don't think that's the vibe that you're going after. not a broken family with an
a
alcoholic
divorced
dad.
family, no.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
either
love
way.
my second child more.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in, welcome back to DraculaN. Second best of 3 of the day out here onto the A stream, and Sinners versus FlyQuest gonna go head to head out here onto Dust2. It's the map pick out of FlyQuest. It's a D2 here to watch out for, and it's a T side that FlyQuest want to start off with a bit of a pop in towards B.
All right, JKS is coming in with the door smoke out of T-spawn, and as you pointed out, a whole lot of utility as well being brought in from Fly. 2 flashes, a smoke, and Molotov likely to go towards the last box where Kesarek is fighting from. You don't really need it for that position anymore, though. Vexide just takes his head clean off the shoulders. Beastic with 1. Regali's there on the refrag, and they've just locked him out of the bomb side. It will have to be a retake, but Ice kept on JKS.
Ice kept on the
Gets to make his
flanker
move.
indeed. There's no defuse kit out here onto the CT side, though. Sinners are going to be fighting with scraps, really, to get back into that bomb site. FlyQuest almost assured around here. It would take a miracle for these guys to get something done. And out of that door's pop, it should be Shock to bring forth that miracle. Ooh, he finds one. It's a good one. JKS still looking to activate. He's being held by the CT player here. Peppo on 15 HP. Gets hurt. Here comes the push, and the kills get through for the T side. That should be enough out here already, Ted. That should be the round.
A little bit scrappy there for JKS. Needed just 1 bullet onto Peppo in order to get the kill, and in the end of the day, he will go down. Woo! Alrighty. You lose the pistol round, but those were some nice shots coming out of the USBs. Medic should be able to... Oh, never mind. Yeah, he's not surviving this one. That's not what I was going to say.
2 body armor saved away here for Sinners. You have to give it to Vexide as well. Finding the entry frag here, that's exactly what's expected out of him right now. On T side, at the very least, we want to see so much aggressive Vexide on the server.
I mean, it's a bit tough, isn't it? I feel like FlyQuest have a lot of possibilities and depth in the way that they can use the rifles, but Vexide is defaulting upper B. So he's a little bit more static maybe at times, but I guess on a map like Dust2 you never know, right? It could be spawn-based, there could be a whole lot of different ways to be looking at it, but I think if there was one of the rifles that I'm looking at and expecting a bit performance, it would rather be netting.
Okay. I can see that too. We're gonna have to live and see. Force spot come out here from the Sinner side. CTs. We'll just be waiting for the initiative to be brought forth out of that flash on long. Molly does extend out the B-stick, forces him out, and apparently Regali doesn't know what hit him.
Oh my god.
Tough one.
Yeah, just spanked him. And the follow-up HE right on top. Vexide going down. This is already looking a little bit dire of a situation here for the FlyQuest boys. You lose 2 players going out of long. You still have those rifles, so not impossible to turn this one around. And the thing is, the CTs don't really have a lot of information either in towards middle or in towards B right now, so they're a little bit scared of the possibility of a reposition from long in towards middle. That's why you see them group up, re-clear that middle part of the map. That's going to give them a whole lot of information. And as of right now, regardless of not having a defuse kit on this one, you can still play it on a retake, especially if the scout is able to land attack as the T's are trying to make the cross.
Apparently, if an MP9 can be a sniper, so can this scout connect on mid-range shots, and he finds the headshot onto Netic. It's instant JKS left into a 2v5, and we've seen 2v5s before out of these guys. Big damage. Yeah, Beastic was just having an incredible round here. Kisadek helps out. Emotion sky high, but that is Beastic with a 3-piece in that round.
I'm a little bit surprised that this one actually works out for the Sinners, right? Because Beastic gets mollied in towards Scar. He's got no smoke. They've got no one to cover him. There was nowhere flashing, no one trying to smoke him off. Usually you'd see him die 10 out of 10 times out of that position. The T's were out long with rifles. He's got an MP9 stuck, burning, no utility, no support. He's able to just run by, get a kill, get out of there, do even more damage, get a second with the HE.
Throw the nade, just go in, yeah. Nice little graphic we've got as well with the VRS forecast. I feel like that's what most people are watching for, especially with FlyQuest here. And that Sinners versus ecstatic game, in that OG versus ecstatic game as well. That's going to be really cool to watch.
Yeah, this OG ecstatic game is probably going to be kind of like a showdown onto which one of those two teams is still going to have a remotely realistic chance to make the major.
Yeah.
Still quite slim, right? They both need massive results and the last to follow as well, up until the VRS lock, which takes place on
The 6th.
the 6th of October.
Yes. Indeed so.
Thank you. I was going to say the 7th for whatever reason.
Yeah, you said the 7th yesterday. I think it's because after the 7th you can't do anything anymore.
Maybe because I just like the number.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What's your lucky number?
7.
Ah, there you go.
It's probably the worst lucky number to have as well.
It's the most overused, I'd say.
Yeah.
FlyQuest love these force buys as well. Right after, of course, the enemy force bought into you managed to win the round, you have no other choice. But they have done good on them before. Now the Molotov forces them in. Drop the CT actually with the smoke in there. Headshot connects on one Deagle and the Tech 9 follows up on the second. You've heard the CT player as well. With 30 seconds, this is a bomb plant and an actually opportunistic round.
And again, we're looking at Regali. 1 kill out of this. One would have been perfect. Somehow doesn't get the headshot onto Shock. Tags him down, but that might be enough to put his teammates in a good enough position. All 3 CTs coming out of that short side. Netic biting the dust. Ins on a scout, and he's going to get mowed down by Beastic, who's been hitting a couple nice shots in the last couple rounds. It's just JKS left. Scout in hand. Deagle as well. First player low on HP. Bomb's not even planted for him. Molotov's going to land right on top, but they should have it. Player on it. Doesn't actually have a kit.
Stresser's the only one on the kit. If he died there, the round would have been lost. FlyQuest right now had a chance at this. A very nice one there brought forth by JKS, but Beastic too good. 6-2 in round number 3.
It's a little bit frustrating if you're a Gali, right? Because you know if you get that 1 kill, then you're actually even giving them a reason to consider it a safe in the 2 versus 3. And even if they don't, I mean, it would have been a lot easier for your teammates to probably close it out. But still, it's good initiative taking coming out of FlyQuest, by the way. Quite decisive the moment that they get blocked off into war. Sure, they know they need to get ahead of the Molotov, open up a little bit of space, because you get stuck behind the utility. You're giving more time for the CTs to get proactive elsewhere on the map, and then it's a lot harder for you to make do, especially with the limited amount of utility that they had on their disposal.
100%.
It could have been worse, is what I'm trying to say for FlyQuest, but they could have converted the rounds.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. These are the what-if scenarios that we
I was thinking about mimicking the we don't do ifs, buts, and maybes, only absolutes, the accent of the Liverpool fan, but I don't think I can nail it.
I don't think this is the game. If we had Cypher like the first season of DraculaN, maybe could have tried it out.
We need someone Scottish. Unfortunately, there isn't many Scottish players.
I don't think so. Yeah. Have to go searching around in the leagues.
This could be tricky. Molotov, he's done a really good job to actually deal with that mid presence there, Stressor. Especially after the initial 1D coming out of Netic. Still in here. Actually played his best, or second best, LAN map ever in his career yesterday on Overpass against Metasport. 28-9. A plus 11.79 swing. A 2.22 rating.
It's rare to see an over 10% round swing out of a single player in a single map.
It is crazy.
Regali searching for those headshots. He can still dish out a lot of damage if he finds even one here. Because Netic is on an A1S. This short push will come through. Everybody hurt on elbow now. Trying to spam them down. Pepro finds the one on low HP, and the rest of them just fall. Fighting outside here, fighting very aggressively. You get why they're doing it FlyQuest, because they're only on the half-buy. But kind of feels like they're just, right now, needing an answer.
It's pretty solid what we're seeing out of Sinners, isn't it? And the first tactical timeout coming out quite early here for the side of FlyQuest. Obviously no panic stations just yet, but it's definitely a little bit concerning considering that they did win the pistol. You get completely reset and Sinners just take full control of what is going on. You're looking at the money as well for the side of Sinners. It's not only winning the rounds, but some of them you were able to win pretty cleanly. On the pistol round, you lose it, but you still get all 5 kills. You keep 2 alive. They've been taking a really good... they've been doing a good job of taking care of the economy, rather. Kill distribution looking good as well. 3 players and 3 kills each. Stressor on the 4. And the captain we were talking about, Beastic, top of the board. 6 frags.
Yeah, and 5 of those 6 had a really huge impact, actually. So, looking forward to that. This would be a very interesting graphic that we could have as well. I'm going to get back to it. IGL of the tournament. I'm going to let you think on that. We'll see this round go past. Peppo finds the first. Ins taken out of lower tunnel. I think he spotted out the bomb as well onto Netic.
There's that CT side aggression. This is what we want to be seeing out of Regalia as well in the second half. Lovely done, or lovely stuff by Peppo.
Had the help of his teammate down on short as well.
Yeah, kind of doesn't quite disturb the default as much.
Yeah.
But still, you get a kill, no possibilities, no opportunities for a refrag. You're out of there.
Defensive util thrown out and all is fine, right? Sinners are really trying to buy up time against this short push because they realize it is a big possibility, but they have moved away from it.
They're going to try and avoid the Oper here, and it's not that bad of a move, right? You spotted him out towards short. I don't think they've heard a drop instantaneously after they got killed by him, but you are putting your money on the fact that the Oper is going to stick around in towards the A-bomb side, and they would be right to assume so. Going late in towards B, though, it could always get tricky. Do they have a Molotov? No, they don't. Shock is going to be a problem to deal with.
Sure, but this is the one gun you might want to go into. The Galil cannot find the instant headshot, right? The spam's a bit more wild coming through. Stressor makes it of the AK, and there's the Galil troubles that I was talking about. Stuck inside of Xbox is going to fall. Regali! Amazing 3K, 11 HP. He keeps it alive.
That's a big one. Bomb's going to go down. Still low on HP on a lot of those FlyQuest players.
2v3 on the retake. The amount of HP FlyQuest are working with right now is absolutely horrendous, but it's not like Sinners know that. Peppo spotted one out on the flank. Regali's a dead man.
Oh, turning around. Still loses the fight. Peppo with a big pickup. And now the low HP on both Netic and Vex side. Could be a bit of a factor. Still plenty of time for that defuse to come through. You know where both of those players are coming from. A couple 1v1s coming up. Vex side will have to do it all alone. 49 HP versus 61, and Peppo does not flinch. That is a way to break through all that pressure. The youngster on a 7-1 and a 4-piece to grant Sinners their number 4 on Dust.
If I was Regali, I would be putting my hands in my face right now, just trying to get to stay calm, right? Because that is a 3K round. He moves massively himself on that AK. You can see it on the replay right here, and then it still falls apart. He's the first frag into that retake. It's tough. It's a 2v3.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. It really is. It's brutal, in fact. A good round coming out of both Regali and Peppo, both of them on the rifles. Unfortunately for Fly. Just the bomb plan they will have to work with going into the next one, so a bit of a half buy. Time to see what type of a set piece they've got prepared for this one. Mid smoke coming in once again out of JKS. Seems like a protocol thing at this point. They've got a bunch of flashes, a bunch of smokes, and a Molotov as well.
Look on tunnels, though. It's going to be a bit of a push out here from Sinners. Looking in for that Tech 9. Netic forces them back. And the split should come through right now. No smoke on CT. It is going to be a bit late.
Oh,
Peppo does connect off the Netic down to 20, and the push is still going to come in through middle. Shock has got a lot of work to do, but Stressor helps out, and apparently the CT player is doing more than the ones on the bomb site. What happened to Netic?
did he disconnect?
No, he just killed himself with a nade.
Oh, no.
I think so. Okay. Should be a clean 5th now here for Sinners. Oh, blinding your teammate as well. Tough rounds here. Tough rounds for FlyQuest.
It's definitely not the perfect start, is it? It looks a little bit messy even in the half buys, but that was a good disruptive play coming out of Sinners. I mean, you show a little bit of proactivity in towards long. The moment that the split comes in and it becomes a little bit wobbly on the side of the B players, you see the initiative being taken from the A guys, trying to compensate, trying to stop those Ts before they close in the gap. And even with that, the B players did what they had to. They couldn't get the kills initially, but blocking off both the tunnels and the doors, you're navigating all those Ts to come through the window, and that makes them an easier target as well for your teammates into our CT spawn. This is the one buy round that FlyQuest will need to use to get into this one, though.
Good flash down towards blue to try to connect. JKS finds the first on the smoke. B-Stick needs to hold out until the cavalry arrives in from CT. That's stressing to try to help him out. A smoke and a flash is there to delay. And while we're waiting for another push out here for FlyQuest, Nexus have taken a map off of AM.
Yeah, that's map 1 there. Elimination as well. All 4 elimination games happening right now, so we're going to keep you updated on everything that is going down here in Bucharest.
Putting yourself into car is a very dangerous position with an A1S there for B-Stick. Will run away to CT. Pack mentality here for Sinners for now.
It's one of the first times we've seen FlyQuest get an early opening, right? So it's interesting to see how Sinners want to react to it, but as you were pointing out, it's a bit of a lean in towards the right-hand side of the map. Obviously, you spotted a lot more presence there, and going to come through. It's not perfect. Missed opportunity out of Regali. Probably should have gotten that, and they actually lose 2 kills.
Well, that's a way to bring the round back into your court. Oh my goodness, Sinners. They've lost complete control over the B-bomb side, but that's completely fine, right? Because the rotate is going to be so long, they could even catch them off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Insta's got the entire bomb side. Thing is, they need to go through T-spawn. Middle is too risky, so you're given a lot of time for the CTs to get into a comfortable spot to potentially deal with all of that. Question here is, do they believe that you would rotate all the way through T-spawn? Doesn't feel like it.
No, this is going to be a full-on retake attempt to come through 3v4 style.
They'll still give it a go. It's a 4 versus 3. It's difficult to retake the B-bomb side in general, but
100%.
I think you 100% attempt it.
And the smoke holds it out. Molotov just to pummel it down onto the ground. Post-plant situation will come through. Beastic is a ways away from this retake, and I don't think they're going to be executing it without him.
It's all about the util. And as you said, Beastic, he's going around the world right now. This is going to be an incredibly late retake if they're waiting for him to get closer.
He needs to get flashed on this peak, and there's just no way. He's the only man with flashes. No one's looking down
failed the molly.
tunnels. Oh my
They didn't molly-net it.
Yup, that's in. It's good for the first. Stressing comes to the bomb side. Stressing good for 2. Where's the last one? Down. Round connected. Another clutch here for Sinners. This is like the 3rd one.
I can't believe those retakes are so good, man. I mean, if you're FlyQuest, you definitely feel like you just need to work a little bit on those conversions. But even in the middle of the round there, that's going to be a missed shot that is definitely going to wait a little bit on young man Regali. Had an opportunity there to pretty much confirm the round.
Yeah.
Send him into a 5v3, misses the first shot. Both him and a teammate end up going down for it. And then in towards the B-bomb side, regardless of the failed piece of util there on the retake from the side of Sinners, they're still able to make it look so damn clean in a second tactical timeout. Now, I didn't want to say it's panic stations the first time we've seen it, Atro, but for the second tac to be coming in 7 rounds in for FlyQuest, it's not a great sign.
I think we're getting a bit used to Sponge kind of quivering in his boots watching these games for FlyQuest. Most of the Aussies.
You know
right
what?
now.
As a Bulgarian Counter-Strike fan, I can't make fun of that. I know what he's going through.
Okay, that's fair. Or a lot of
If anything, probably his is worse, because there was, I mean,
There's higher stakes.
first of all. Second of all, he's played with some of those guys. Third of all, they actually did have a team that played semifinals of a major.
True.
I had just one player.
Yeah.
And it didn't quite work out for him after the fact. So yeah, we're not
Hey,
making fun of all of that.
We have just one player as well.
It's pretty stressful. In case you were wondering, that's why my hairline is receding so much at 24.
Ever since then, right? Ever since that semi-final match. We'll go immediately down here. Tech9's do it around this time. Okay, half investments work just a tad bit better. FlyQuest forcing Sinners back into a retake yet again onto this B-bomb side.
That's a good way to switch up the pace a little bit as well. You go for something a little bit quicker, a little bit more assertive. You need to convert that one, especially with the nade on top of Stress Iron. I mean, if I'm Sinners right now, I'm thinking about a save.
100%.
It just looks unwinnable.
They have so much cash though, might as well give it a look in, right? Utility still plenty there, especially for Shock. So he's gonna give it another go. Blowing up in the smoke right there. Actually, into the bomb side, do we go?
There's no way they're winning this.
Trying at least. 2 into the bomb side, 1 outdoor. And they're now pushing into the save. Yeah. He's started playing for exits. That's it.
Ooh, gotta be careful. I get shut down, and that's another rifle drop. JKS in the meantime actually gets the one onto Shock. That was in towards tunnel, so they did try and lock them in, but this is a half-buy going in favor of FlyQuest. Much better. Especially on the back of a tactical timeout. This is the type of a play that makes everyone on the team feel a lot more like they believe in what is going on. And for Azur as a coach, this is probably the best feeling in the world, right? You go for attack, we don't really know what's being said, but right after this, your teammates are able to get around that they were struggling to convert for such a long time and not even on the weaponry. Thing is, you need to find a way to make those buy rounds work for you as well in the long run, right? Getting those pesky pistol buys over the line every now and then is good, but it can't really do everything for you.
Nice little boost out there coming through for Peppo yet again, down on middle door this time. Regali sees through it, doesn't go down, but does take a little bit of damage. And it's very interesting because in that previous round, it was the Tech9s going aggressively into the split towards middle that managed to find that second player into B. That's why the defense falls apart from Sinners. Now, because they have the weaponry, they're a bit more scared to actually go that aggro.
I'd say you're probably expecting Sinners to respond with something as well, right? It's It's a tricky game. But the B-bomb side has been a little bit volatile for Sinners in the last couple of rounds. This is definitely something that's been brought up to the attention of all the FlyQuest players. You know, you've been allowed entry in towards B a couple times now, so probably something you could be thinking about exploring again. In the meantime, JKS will get found in towards long, so into another man advantage situation for Sinners we go. B-split coming up.
Yet again, we're getting used to this at this point. It's up to Shock to try to figure it out. Information gained on the smoke. Obviously blocks it fully, but the split through mid should come in soon. Shock, is he ready for this? He has no support really. Stresser is behind the smoke. Trying to tap away, no one on the window. Blows up on the smoke, and Peppo finds the first one. Peppo finds another through entirety of the smoke. And now it's up to Regali, forced out of the fight. That was a good hold now coming through for Sinners.
That's a massive shutdown. I mean, all that Shock needed to do was just get one kill.
Yeah.
And he's covered by the Oper. We were talking about that lack of experience on the side of Peppo. That's probably one of the best map starts, if not the best map start he's had all tournament long. 10-2. That spam a little bit unfortunate for JKS, but look at his shots break with the nade. Second one straight through it. Perfect stuff. And you can see a little bit of frustration now on the face of JKS. Quite the opposite.
Yeah, here for Sinners.
On the other camp. Look at a mid push.
This is going to be aggro. Regali able to catch off the first one, so it forces them back. A bit more passive now they lost command advantage. Looking to trade Peppo. Not going to get it this time around. But hey, for me at least, my point's still being proven. Beastic and Peppo are now on top of the server, alongside Stresser.
Yeah, doing a really good job.
Yeah.
All of them, I feel like, are playing really well. That one there showed you why as well. FlyQuest were probably a little bit more static in the last couple of rounds. This is something that Sinners love doing, right? On the back of losing a round that they shouldn't be, or on the back of, I guess, winning a closer one and being close to resetting their opponents, they love throwing in those incredibly aggressive plays every now and then. It's something that we've noticed and witnessed with Beastic over the years on Inferno, let's say, with the middle pushes.
Right. Yeah, if he wants to translate that to D2, then more power to him. Kisetic right now has the golden opportunity to line them up.
There's the flash.
There's the flash, but the lineup's not found. It is instead going to be Vex trying to find the opening into this A-bomb side down towards mid. Beastic wins his duel, makes it that Sinners actually will be able to get a 3v3 out of a 3v5.
And a molly on top of the side, by the way. That's buying them so much time right now. FlyQuest can't even go for a bomb plant, and that was a 3 versus 5, as you pointed out. Regali needs to take care of long.
It's time to shine. There will be no flash on this peak. Shock is going to go down. Do you expect Peppo? No, you don't. 6 HP. But Regali calls it out. Goes back to side, stays alive.
They're all low.
They are indeed, but there's no harmful utility out here onto the side of Sinners to just take one out without seeing them. They need quick peeks, and Peppo's doing exactly that. Away. Wins his duel. That is a huge kill. That wins the round. 7-3 out here. FlyQuest managing to stay calm into a round like that finally.
Whew. Yeah, we say stay calm. That was moments away from disaster. Good stuff coming out of Regali to get the kill, and then the jiggle. It was a little bit of a wider one, but still able to confirm the information. Ins with a great pickup onto that second long player, and a couple nice shots coming out of Mr. Savage as well. This is probably the first time since the start of the game that we've seen the Sinners take a tactical timeout. Probably the first time we've seen them financially experience some issues. Now, that doesn't mean they don't have enough money to go into a buy this one, but there could be a potential reset in store. Oh, a little bit of frustration there. All right.
I think a mess up in communication. Maybe after having played so well, you don't want to drop any of your advantage. So
running through the motions.
Yeah. And I believe that was Stresser. That was Kisetic as well, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's hope here for the Sinners' sake that emotion doesn't overrule them, and their years of experience will allow them to keep this one going in the same vein that they have. 7-3 up on their enemy's map pick so far.
Going back to the B bomb side now, FlyQuest, as we said, the last couple of rounds, whenever they've tried a B take, that wasn't predominantly focused in towards the middle side of the map. In a split, it worked out. Oper posted there this time around, and a bit of aggression coming out of short still. Time to fall back. Kiserik, information gathered. It's not too risky, and they're running a bit of a double up setup here between Peppo and Shock. First one strikes, Vex side down. You still don't know about the open B though, but you've heard a drop.
You have heard the drop, and right now Sinners are playing a very dangerous game of trying to put all their eggs into the mid basket. You've left Kiserik down towards Longhouse to hold into blue. And this is just going to be a very big waiting game here for FlyQuest. How long until you pull the trigger on that short push?
the long fight is incredibly important. If Vince is able to get a good timing onto Kisarek, that might open up the round. Thing is, you need to put a lot of pressure into our short. Good news for FlyQuest. Kisarek was all alone, so he kind of needs to run away. Look at the short flank. No one's looking.
Yeah, no one is looking, but right now, Kisarek, does he stay alive?
What?
Not only does he stay alive, he takes down another with the help of Peppo's flash. That's why he stayed CT to help him out. Netic tries he might, but he's only good for 2 into short, and now a 1v3 needed out of the IGL. He's done these before, yesterday especially, right? But now...
And there's another flank coming in, by the way. There's flanks on flanks on flanks. Even if Peppo didn't connect onto that shot, he was just going to be a dead man to shock in a moment. Sinners are all over FlyQuest. And this is FlyQuest's best map in the pool.
This is insane.
No matter how underwhelming people could say FlyQuest were yesterday against the Basement Boys, that was the one map that they won 13-9.
Yeah.
And with Ancient coming up, if that ends up being a one-sided affair in favor of Sinners, there's going to be a whole lot of questions starting to get asked. Look at the emotions as well.
That was the one map that, at the beginning of the day, made us think, okay, FlyQuest, this is why they're favorites, right? This is why they're going to come through and try to win the whole thing.
I mean, Peppo's dominating the server right now. That entire talk about the lack of experience, about potentially Regali being able to quote-unquote bully him on a map like Dust2, it's in the bin. Peppo's doing the opposite. Look at him go.
Oh my god. Beastic, Kisarek, they're doing exactly what you mentioned before,
Throwing in an aggressive round into the mix, and now FlyQuest can't even compete. It's a 9-3 split out here, Ted. Into the first half, out of nowhere. It's
going to be a clean one.
Yeah.
Not a single player going down Sinners. 9 rounds on the CT side of Dust2. And that is with the pistol round not going their way as well, mind you. That could have been 10, could have been 11, could have been even more one-sided. This is with a half-buy and a pistol round converted for FlyQuest.
Not enough warm-up maybe out here for FlyQuest. My goodness, I mean, most of those rounds that were taken by FlyQuest, all of those 3-2, were down to a bomb plant. Sinners managed to win 3 retakes.
I guess it would be an understatement to say it's been a little bit of an underwhelming start. Good news is, this is just the first half of the best of 3. So you're still looking at FlyQuest anticipating for something to change. But again, I mean, there's no flashes for the close angle. Obviously, when you're playing that up close and personal, it's a difficult angle to get blinded, but it just feels like Sinners are being given opportunities here, and they're taking full advantage of them. Beastic 15-7 at the end of that first half.
Right. Not only him, right? Peppo 14-3, Stressor 12-5.
I guess it adds up a lot to the point that we said he's really underrated mechanically as an in-game leader, but
yeah,
it still is a little bit terrifying when you look at the other side of the server, because you're expecting FlyQuest to be able to, well, I was going to say able to match him. They should be able to dominate him.
competitive at the very least, right? That's what you're expecting. Right now, that's not what's being shown here for FlyQuest. And seeing as this is Dust2, right, puggy as it may be, next map up would be Ancient. If Sinners manage to keep this pace up, then you're wondering, where is this gonna go? There's just no way FlyQuest don't put up a fight. But how will they be able to?
That's the big question, isn't it? Peppo, as we said, joining this team at the start of the year, being a product of the Sinners Academy, no prior professional experience. And as of right now, he really has been showing Regali what an impactful Oper should be doing on the CT side of Dust2 now.
Yeah.
Regali himself might not get too many opportunities in that second half, and this is going to be a worry at all times. You need to win the pistol in a couple conversions just to give him the money, and then it's going to be up to him. Obviously, as we said, Netic, Vexite, those are some of the people that you're going to be looking at, but also JKS yesterday had a lot of impact on Dust, regardless of being...
The anchor. Yeah, regardless of staying out there on the bomb site, right?
Yeah, yeah. But there was a lot of initiative taken yesterday. If you compare the T sides, I feel like Sinners at the start were not contesting long too much, but yesterday it felt like even against the Basement Boys, again, it's a map that they won, FlyQuest on Dust. JKS had a lot of opportunities to take some early engagements into Wars Long, win a couple fights, and he was still trying to do that here. It's just not worked out the same way.
Yeah, but that was still back before they had that quote-unquote cold shower, so I think Regali is going to be the one to actually look out to. Instead of JKS, I think he's going to get more opportunities into the opening fights.
But also the fact that JKS has got the, well, he's got the highest success rate alongside Netic in opening fights is a little bit tough. Regali getting involved in just 2 of those on the T side. Vexside going 2-2. Netic 1-0. JKS 2-1 on the other side. You've got Beastic who's 3-1 in openers.
Yeah.
And 5 multi-kill rounds as
5
well.
multi for Eggs, that's what I want to say. He's been having an absolute doozy of a CT side, and now, on the T side, he's allowed to do even more, right? Because he will be put into the midst of the fight. He will be starting things off quite aggressively. Friendly being left in towards middle, Sinners playing a slow pistol. This makes a lot of sense for Sinners as well, right? See, you're onto a 9-3 split. They don't want to take any chances.
It's a good lead.
Pistol round. There
Nice
you go. Beautiful flash to come through right now. Forces in back, pulls out, and that is going to be at least one opening in towards mid. But you've got a 2-man setup still out here onto B. Do you expect the Xbox player you know about Netic? And Regali manages to actually come back through, connect a shot, and leaves us in a 2v2 as Beastic and Peppo are the two scary players on the server.
They can still go back though. The bomb is not committed, and I think you spotted both those CTs rotate towards the left-hand side. So you know exactly what's going on. Regali picks that one up, and this is going to set Peppo up for another attempt at a clutch. They know he's not crossed yet. There goes the spot. Cross comes in. Vexside and Regali should have this one in the bag. Do you really want to push him? There goes the double peek. Regali able to get his third. This is the way that you wanted this half to start, and it's a big play coming out of Regali as well.
If you want to micromanage, or you want a micro-criticism out there from how Peppo played it, stayed way too open right into the 1v2. He knew he would be pushed, he heard the move. But at the end of the day, that is still a 2v2, right? Tough to really convert there if you're
in this situation, it's all about whether the CT's played right. They know exactly where you are. They've grouped up. If they double peek you perfectly, there's nothing you can do about it.
100%. 9-4 though, and hey, at least we don't get to see a force buy out of Sinners. They didn't get any bomb plans, so not to be expected really. But the Eagle will come out there for Beastic and Stressor, and everybody else might just be playing on a fast day take.
You know what? Maybe FlyQuest had that T side just to make everyone else more stressed. everyone that is watching their game right now. Yeah. And now they come back on the CT side.
Shots connected on Regali. He did wonders with an A1S yesterday, and now he's going to try to do it again. Takes off one head. Bomb will be planted here, right? Yes, it will be. That's the objective here for Sinners.
Yeah. Probably got, I guess, stuck in the moment.
Yeah.
He could have denied the bomb from going down. Probably didn't want to risk losing his life for it. Still all right. Still a clean conversion. All 5 alive. Bomb plant will be actually quite good for the side of Sinners, considering Peppo can buy himself an ope now and be competitive. Regali's one, he's got one on the other side of things. 12 kills, Regali right now, 15 and 5 for Peppo on the other side.
Impact player of the round, that's there, pretty easy to tell, but it is going to be ins brought to you by Berede. Société Générale.
Yeah, the MVP player is brought to you by, not Ins himself. They didn't bring Ins here, FlyQuest did.
Oh, up duel.
That's a big one.
I guess we know who's taking it this time around.
It's been a tough one, man. And it's not, you couldn't even say that Regali's been heavily underwhelming. Ins, I guess, can do it better. There you go.
I'm pretty sure right now, after having seen yesterday and today as well, Ins is the second operator for FlyQuest.
I think Ins is the star player for FlyQuest for whatever reason. He's been playing like it.
Has been.
I mean, Netic did have that phenomenal overpass that we spoke about, but
besides that,
Ins has been really taking charge when things are not working out. It's a good response. Thing is, Peppo still in the server, still gathering up those kills, and he's a more than impressive. Grouping up in towards short now. Lean is again decent for the side of FlyQuest. 3 players in towards that right-hand side of the minimap. Obviously, JKS a little bit deeper in towards long to try and utilize that MP9, but Sinners seem to be reading into it. Down middle they go. Smokes of plenty, so you could even go for the crisscross smokes into a B split. All 4 walking out mid. You're going to have no presence in towards the B tunnels, and this could make things a little bit trickier for Ins as well. They can't possibly let those Ts cross in towards B.
Imagine they don't smoke CT here and they just go out trying to fight.
I can't.
Well, you can't because it just got planted. There you go. Smoke is down. And that is going to be JKS running through them. Oh my goodness, Netic too. What? That's one way to win against the split.
I mean, JKS was pushing in towards long all this time, but it's the flash was great. Half of them get blinded, the other half just get taken down from behind. This is the type of a heads-up play that you want to be seeing out of FlyQuest though, right? Peppo opens things up perfectly. Responsive was actually straight through the smoke out of Ins. So a little bit of fortune. There's the play that we talked about coming out of JKS, but you want to see them be proactive, right? You realize you've left the solo open towards B late into the round. You don't have a lot of info. You need to try and do something, especially as the middle utility comes through. JKS makes a perfect move.
Oh, that's a perfect move.
I'm
too,
sorry
though.
for the jinx. That was awful. I feel for it. That was my fault.
That is your fault. Welcome to blame. He'll come after you on a witch hunt on Twitter.
I mean, we're literally in the same building.
Just come after
Doesn't
you.
have to send it over to Twitter. Yeah.
You know,
I hope he doesn't, though. I hope there's no bad feelings after this.
he'll get himself out of the situation. We'll see.
If there is, I will run.
You should be the most scared about pistol rounds genuinely here if you are FlyQuest though. Sinners have yet to put up a single round on the T side, so this means they've got nothing to lose. They might be aggressive, they might run you over, especially with an opening frag onto JKS.
This could get a little bit tricky on the bed of the smoke. And has to be careful. Vexad in the meantime able to assist him in towards middle. Nice little pickup onto B-Stick. This is the type of round that you want to keep as clean as possible as well for FlyQuest. He had to drop around on that CT side, and he already converted a man disadvantage in the previous. You can build up the economy. Just want to make sure you're careful about that short prospect. And Kisarek is able to catch a bit of the timing. This is looking weird.
Whoa.
Going through the smoke, going down. There's no way. They've turned this one around as well.
Incredible timing onto Peppo to actually check back into the smoke there, finds the frag. of the
That's a
player that
disaster.
dropped. That is a horrendous round, and that's why I said you should be scared if you're FlyQuest of a round like that.
This is tough, man. This is really tough. At least they've got the money. That was definitely not how you wanted to let those guys into the map, though. Medic will be able to hold on to that secondary AWP, but those rounds are still terrifying. And Kisarek with a double kill out of nowhere. 10 rounds on the board for Sinners. They're so damn close. It's all about, right now, if you're FlyQuest, I guess trying to brush this one aside. Try and focus on what's going to happen in the next one. Because, as we said, as much as it is frustrating, this is still within the realms of possibility. You haven't given them an 11, not a 12, nor a 13. This is still going. And the buy rounds have been looking decent. Well, all one of them.
All one of them, yeah. There will be another now.
It was a good one. That's really weird.
Yes. Oh, it wasn't even Peppo to take him down. It was a Tech 9.
No, they were just a little bit late with the timing on the push through the smoke. All of them crossed, none of them blinded.
Okay. Well, now things will really take a turn for the worse, because FlyQuest, this is a do or die round. If Sinners win this one, they go to match point. There's no buy until the next round here for FlyQuest. Or there might be a force, but yeah. Double nading into her short. Sinners can just play a slow round here, burn through utility for FlyQuest, and then suddenly you're allowed to go for a B-pop.
So what do you want to do here? Thing is, once again, if you are FlyQuest, you need to put a little bit more emphasis in towards middle. Regali being here is a good thing, because Vexside is all alone on B. He's just jiggling with a smoke. Thing is, bomb is moving back in towards the A-bomb side, so this is starting to look much more like a late split through long and short in towards that A-bomb side for Sinners. And if it is, Netic has got a good position in towards Spit.
Shock didn't see Regalian through that smoke, but he could have connected the kill. And it would be a huge kill as well. 40 seconds remaining. If you're able to take the CT player down, that's the op gone as well. You can just send it into B. But your players are too far away. This is a long take to come through. Netic is going to go down immediately. Stressor, and it takes only a couple of bit of damage. JKS and it's up to them to really hold, and they can't even do it. What's going on here, FlyQuest? JKS doesn't peek with his teammate. He just stays alive and just doesn't kill. JKS, is he having PC problems?
I don't think so. The shots are just not connecting. They're just getting outshot right now. First, the offhand going towards Spit. That was a fantastic turnout of Stressor, and that must have looked so damn quick and impressive from his POV, but all of them just lose fights?
Yeah.
I mean, the second player, I'm not sure if you can harm him too much, because he was in a 1 versus 3 kind of, but the shots are really not shotting right now for FlyQuest.
Yeah, but the second player was Inns, and he was waiting for JKS to peek with him, and he just doesn't peek with him.
Yeah, it just feels a little bit discombobulated on the side of Fly, and as you pointed out, money running dry, or the bank accounts are running dry, so now you're looking at a purchase consisting of 2 M4s, a FAMAS, a 5.7, and an MP9. Netic trying to take a little bit of early initiative, forced back by the util. And this is Sinners now in pole position to try and run away with this one.
Bomb left down to the upper.
I mean, looking at the way that Sinners are playing, they're playing really heads-up Counter-Strike. I know we can have the conversation about FlyQuest again looking a little bit underwhelming, but it's just really good protocols out of Sinners that we're seeing. Even knowing that you've harmed the CT side economy, you're a little bit more diligent with the way that you clear out middle. You've got the lower molly coming in, a couple flashes, a couple HEs as well. You're making sure that you're limiting the possibilities
And
for
because
FlyQuest.
Because of that, Beastic, I'm going to keep glazing him. He's really reading into what Inns is calling out here because he's finding all these timings. He's finding all these moments to just catch players off guard, exactly like JKS there. He was staying in CT. Wasn't even expecting nothing to come through because there was no CT smoke. And now Shock finds 2, lines them up, opens the B-bomb site. It's the game here for Sinners on map number 1.
Everything is falling into place. Might have to call this one off. Regali will try to be the hero. Actually able to find a second kill, but the Opera is still here. They need to deal with Peppo. That's the big one, and Peppo's just not missing right now. 18 kills, and you keep on counting, and Beastic gets another one. The Sinners have not come here to just play. They've come here to win.
Another late flash, another miscommunication here for FlyQuest. They're going to keep building up, and that disappointment, that frustration that we got to see so many times on JKS's face throughout the tournament is going to come back. And is really going to be hurting team morale out here for map number 2, FlyQuest. They've got to get through 6 consecutive rounds to make it to OT. And this is a Furia buy with a scout on Regali. Not an easy one.
Absolutely not. That's not how you want this elimination game to start as well. Yesterday against the Basement Boys, you had a cushion. You had that second matchup in the lower bracket, and alright. There you go, Vexite. Double kill on the MP9 in towards B. This is much more like it. Question is a little bit too late for that. Probably, but still keeps them alive, at least for now.
But the protocols drilled into the Sinners, of course, after they lose the initial 2 onto tunnels, they start playing a slow game. They're waiting for an opportunity to just peek out, find another kill. Oh my goodness, the timing gets CS2'd! Inns was about to go down as well. If that did go down, Sinners could still take the round. It's a 3v3 bomb left, 3v2 bomb left on T-spawn.
Yeah, that's the thing. Peppo needs to go back and recover that, but they've made it doable. They still have 60 seconds on the clock. Double push coming in towards lower right now for FlyQuest. They have the majority of the information onto what's going on.
A mid-crunch this late into the round, though, you know there's an op still alive.
Oh, Peppo's here.
Yeah,
He's ready. It's all going to be about the timing. Gets one, refract comes in. Second player not spotted. Beastic doesn't have all the information. Does he realize it now? Now he does. Now he knows exactly what's going on. But the fact that Vexite gets the first kill as well is the B player, so you're not ready for Netic right behind him. Well played. A really crucial triple kill coming out of Vexite.
I think if Beastic knew there was a second player down towards mid, he would just ran away with the bomb. But situation is that the crunch did come through, and Vexite with that double opener in towards tunnels was just...
That would have been a disaster, by the way. If under those circumstances, Regali goes down and the second player doesn't get the kill, then you're in a whole lot of trouble. And those are the situations in which you're looking at the screen. It's a 5 versus 3. You're thinking, shouldn't all of you be standing with their guns up, right? Those are the small things, but, you know, unfortunate timing.
Yeah, happens. Happens to the best of us. It happens more often than we'd like to really realize. But 5 more chances here for Sinners to close. And at some point, Sinners are just going to go for a fast round, take FlyQuest by surprise, and that's it. Because that's what's been happening.
Good push away. Really quick take in towards middle, by the way. Minute 20, and you've just pushed the CTs out. Short player as well with the util. You've got a big portion of the map. You've got everything right now if you're the Sinners. You can gather up for an A split. You can go out middle, explore that part of the map with the crisscross smokes. You can gather up for B. You can go up short. You can do whatever you like. There's a smoke.
The split smokes will come through, indeed. Sinners. They're just going to send Stresser through. Beastic gets immediately deleted, and that is a good short take out of FlyQuest. It put more bodies to the problem, apparently fixes the issue.
Good stuff. Inns, I was going to say, should be able to win that one. Shock eventually will just go down and burn into the Molotov of Regali, so it's still a great hold there. Double kill coming out of Inns. 2 more out of the Romanian Oper, so FlyQuest getting closer and closer. 4 more rounds. This is just pushing for OT here. They can't win in regulation anymore. But as you said, that was a good hold in towards that short side of the map. Didn't get fooled by the shenanigans in towards middle.
Yeah. I would very much not be opposed to see Sinners call out attack pause if this round doesn't go their way either. It's just a half buy, right? You're not expecting it to go your way, but at least a little bit of damage would go a long way. Flash will come through. Peppo doesn't even call it out.
He's in a tough spot.
It's happening. Runs away, yeah.
He's a lucky man to be getting out of there, by the way. You get spotted out by 2 players, you get mollied and naded while there's a rifle holding for you. More often than not, he probably should be going down. On 36 HP, of course, the only gun different than a pistol in this round for the side of Sinners. So it should, regardless of everything else, be a cleaner conversion for FlyQuest. But you know, we've seen them lose control of even easier situations on paper.
That we have. A minute left on the clock. That Molotov doesn't get anything to make any noise to call out the short push. So if Regali doesn't connect the first shot here, it's actually an entry here for Sinners onto the bomb site.
Yeah, it could be a tough one. You might have to play this one on a retake. Good thing is Ince has got a little bit of utility down CT, so he can keep on nading them.
Or just smoke them out. Here comes the Deagle. First one found. Regali moves away, looks for the second, will connect. Regali's time to shine is finally coming through. Peppo does deny him, and this is, remember, a half buy with a hero AWP. Entry into the A-bomb site is going to get made, and the bomb plant, most importantly of all, is going to go down for the next buy to come up. Big round here for Sinners. FlyQuest indeed will have to play for a retake.
Yeah, it's all about the long play. Depends on how late JKS will be. You know they've got a nope. There goes JKS. Missed shot out of Peppo, and that should be it. There goes JKS for a second. They're just pressing her left. Nice and easy coming out of FlyQuest. Well done.
12-9 indeed. A couple of rounds finally going FlyQuest's way. I wouldn't say all the back of Regali, but definitely helps out that he connects those shots. Very crucial.
That's the thing. He's been getting good multi-kills in the rounds that they're winning. It's just probably a little bit frustrating for him himself, because he's had a couple of those moments where he knows a bonus shot would have secured a round, but
yeah,
you couldn't really say that he's playing badly.
100%. No, he is definitely trying his best. And currently,
also is the fact that Peppo's absolutely outstanding. He slowed it down a little bit in the last couple of rounds. Turned it down a notch.
A bit harder to do T-set hopping, right? All the time.
I guess.
Yeah, tactical pause coming out of FlyQuest now. The last one of its kind that we'll get to see. Sinners, do you think they're a team that notoriously struggle to close out maps?
I feel like it's always going to be the case when you're playing against a team like FlyQuest, but it does depend, right? If we're talking about the context of Beastic and Shock, I feel like at this point they're experienced enough to know how to do that, but again, Sinners in this iteration does not really play too many LAN tournaments, right? In fact, when you're looking at guys like Peppo, like Kisarek, like Stressarn, they have almost no experience playing on the stage, and we always know it's probably the toughest part of a job to get over the finish line, especially when it's on a map that you're not really supposed to win and you're up against a team that is considered a big favorite.
Flashes will come through. Regali full blind, can't peek into the lower tunnels, but that might get him the information that he should hold the angle. Does get pushed, runs away. Important here for Regali to stay alive. What happened with the mid? Netic, Inst, they just spam through that smoke. They take out 2.
They just got annihilated. I think they broke the smoke. 1 kill goes in favor of the Open, another one in favor of the M4, and this is looking a lot more solid now out of FlyQuest. The last couple of rounds have been giving us a lot more confidence. It feels like that FlyQuest could have what it takes to bring this one back. Netic does go down. He's going for more. Big kill out of Vex side.
That felt like a moment where Shock could go huge. Could be a massive round there for Sinners if Shock just somehow finds a second headshot entry into B. 3v3 then. Start believing.
That's a save. Yeah.
Yeah.
FlyQuest have brought it back. The question is if they're going to be able to bring us into overtime, but they've made this a competitive map, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that they brought it back too early on. Right, if it was FlyQuest on 12 and Sinners trying to find the comeback, would have been like, there's no way. There's no way FlyQuest surely close it out. But yeah, coming with the save. Sinners, I feel like for me, they're like top 5 most casted teams out here, at least for my career. So I feel like I've seen a lot.
He was already running, man.
I've seen a lot of evolution out of this team. I've seen a lot of evolution out of Beastic, as we've mentioned time and time again, out of Shock too. But I haven't seen enough lands out of them, and I feel like this is such a nice change of pace.
I mean, it's the same conversation we're going to be having about a lot of the teams here in DraculaN, and I feel like a lot of the teams playing those local lands, because some of those players are, I guess, less known, but some of them are not, right? Guys like Shock and Beastic, they've been playing Tier 2 Counter-Strike on a pretty decent level for the last 5 years.
Exactly.
So it's a little bit mind-boggling to realize that they haven't actually played too many LANs outside of the Czech Republic, that is, because there is a lot of Kipsport LAN events being hosted every now and then.
There's a Slovak National Cup as well that they'll have a qualifier for right after this best of 3. So they have to finish this one off quickly, which is not happening right now, by the way.
Yeah. In case you were listening to this as a podcast, the score is 10-2 in favor of the Sinners. The FlyQuest are doing their absolute damnness to keep this one in. JKS and Ins with the first 2. Stresser trying to keep them honest on that hero AK. They still have that ult from the previous round as well.
Yeah, but bar the half-buy that we had to see into the match points out here, this is the closest round Sinners have gotten into a bomb plant and a conversion. 2v4 now to come through, smoked off short, and it is all down to JKS once again.
Good jiggle. Oper spotted on the back of the bomb side. He knows that he needs to just stay alive for now. Wait for his teammates to initiate first point of contact, potentially deal with the first one. Actually, JKS will get taken down. AK posted, able to get one, but there goes Nedic.
Thank
A big
God.
double kill. That one gets a little bit hairy the moment that you shut down JKS. If the Oper's able to turn around and get one of those players jumping through the smoke, then the AK was in a prime position for a multi-kill.
Yeah, Stresser right there. If he just hugged the wall onto the right side, he would have lined them up in for a 3K. But we're down out here, Ted, from 12 to 8 that it was, now into 12-11.
I don't know how true it is, by the way, but someone in chat put that Sponge had to leave in order to go to the airport to fly to his next gig. If Chad left, and that's when they started winning. This is,
I would believe it. I could see it. He went to the Discord to get to cast the games himself, to look at the games.
it's just hilarious. Regali with an opening kill. There you go.
Oh,
Peeking towards long. Stresser just running at him. Look at Shoko. He's taking so much space right now. He's giving them no respect whatsoever. Ahead of the play. Unable to get the kill. Regali climbing on top. Doesn't realize he's already being spotted. That's a lovely turnaround out of Regali. And FlyQuest might be able to bring it back after all.
Remember who's left alive, though. It's Beastic and Peppa with a lot of kills down their backs, looking to try to push up out here in towards short. There's still a lot of danger to be seen, and the danger is Regali. 3K for the man himself, and he's looking for all of them. Could net himself the ace out here. Sinners making their way into the bomb site. It's a 2v5 only, though. I love the way FlyQuest are playing this. So slow, so clean, waiting for Sinners to peek their heads.
Yeah, cautious. You don't want to be giving this one away. You've basically secured overtime at this point. Just want to make sure you're not giving and throwing this round out of the window. Kisarek and Peppo shouldn't be getting too many opportunities. That's a big triple kill out of Regali in a moment like this as well. He's definitely recovered and redeemed himself into that second half. Kisarek looking for the fight. Double peek comes in. And that should be about it. A 6-12 deficit. FlyQuest are back to that Dust2. We're going into an overtime.
And guess who brought it to them? It was Regali. Out here, a huge round out of him on the AWP to turn around, find another. And now, FlyQuest have managed to trudge through 6 match points that Sinners had.
Yeah, as one might say, pure cinema is what we're looking at right now. FlyQuest should have had an easy time going into this map. Definitely anything but a lovely turnaround out of Regali for that second kill.
Yeah. An OT off of the back of map 1 of this best of 3. And here we thought Sinners would take it quickly on D2.
Yeah, this is where it gets a little bit frustrating, right? We talked about it. You're going into a map like this that you're not really supposed to win. Suddenly you find yourselves in a position where everyone's hitting the shots, Peppo's having a beautiful game, and you're 12-6 up. Then it becomes real. Then you're like, well, we've won. We know we've won. And then the moment that you start losing those rounds, the moment that it gets closer and closer, you're starting to feel like you're missing out on a great opportunity. Something that didn't quite feel real around an hour ago. Now was in your grasp, but let the bird fly away.
You will have to remember as well the fact that this is how FlyQuest lost against Basement Boys, right? They took it into OT, they were really far down, they managed to bring it back in OT, and suddenly the enemy was able to take you out. Now Regali, on a bit of an opener out here, goes aggressive and spams them down on mid, and suddenly everything's connecting for FlyQuest.
Everything's connecting for Regali. He's had a bunch of those rounds where he's just all over Sinners. Round after round, and you can say the same for Ins. It's usually those two to be bringing out the impact. Netic, JKS, even Vexside at times has been struggling, even though he had a couple big multi-kills in towards B, and they haven't really been going to him in that second half that much, but Regali's just everywhere on the map.
Now imagine, play of the tournament, Peppa 1v4. Clutch comeback.
I can't do it, man.
I'm believing. Copium is in me.
Sure.
I
If that happens, by the way, after the break, after map 1, I'm wearing a Sinner jersey.
Okay.
If Peppo clutches
okay,
on 1v4.
bet.
I mean, if they have one.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
He's working with a molly, no smoke, so he's got to get through wins. A headshot here. Just wait for it. Oh, he's using the cover of the Molotov as a bit of a smoke. Does manage to find this, has the bomb on his back, will plant it.
There's no way. I refuse to believe it.
Wait for it. There's the plan. There's JKS making a lot of steps, a lot of noise in towards short. He goes aggressive towards elbow. If he catches off JKS here, it's actually doable. Looking for the tap. Finds it through the wall there, through the little... Ah, nice try. Gotta give it to him.
I feel like you were more disappointed he didn't win it than himself.
Yeah, I mean...
Right, the streak continues. 7 consecutive rounds. FlyQuest have been able to come back into this one. Another multi-kill, as we pointed out of both Inns and Regali going into this round. Nice attempt out of Peppo. Gonna see it on the replay too. Some of those rotations have been quite good from Inns. Didn't realize he actually didn't break the smoke. He just got both of them right through.
Just through, that's why I called it out. For all of FlyQuest's bullets are just connecting. Inns right there, coming back into the game too. 18 and 19, right behind Regali. So direct comparison as well with Stressor here for Inns. Little does everybody know, Inns isn't even supposed to be in the top 3 of the scoreboard technically.
I mean, we say that, but at this point it's just something that he's doing more often than not, right? So apparently this is how he's going to be, and as we know, back in the day, since he used to be a player that was relied upon a lot more to get involved in the firepower department, so it's nice to see that he's still got it as an in-game leader as well, and he can take the initiative when some of the other pieces might be struggling every now and then. Obviously, that's why he's been put in so many positions to be a rotator on the CT sides too. It's not only about making the right calls and decisions and being in the right place at the right time, it's sometimes about connecting the multi-kills too. He's been doing a really good job at it.
Regali to his good old ramp spot.
That's going to be a B-split. The player with the bomb is still in towards the tunnels. They can throw in a little bit of caution into the wind in towards short, maybe a couple nades in towards middle, but this is looking like they're just going to double back.
Yeah, it's a deep CT smoke as well. They're only going to have 2 extra smokes to work with. Oh, 3 actually. Here, Beastic just picks one up from the ground.
Yeah, it's all about how much utility you want to expand in towards short to sell the fake, right? You're going to have a couple smokes, a couple flashes. Actually, they are moving away from B.
Yeah, I think this could actually be a short take. They're thinking they have to invest too much into this cell, so might as well just go for it. Inns against the grain, trying to fight in the smokes.
Going on mid.
Oh my goodness, this is very multifaceted. 20 seconds left for Sinners. They have to push, 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 and it's netting. Good for 2. Vexside still holding. Shock, amazing 2K, sure, but this is going to be a lineup out of Vexside. Good for 3, and Peppo, last man standing, picks up an M4, needs to get to the bomb site, will be able to actually plant.
He's got plenty of time, and he switched to a rifle as well. DraculaN and JKS, they need this.
8 bullets, has to reload. Hasn't done it yet. Oh, this is going to require a lot out of Peppo. And it's Regali to find the closing frag.
Whew, that's still a good attempt coming out of Sinners. I'll tell you that much for free. It's a big kill coming out. I think it was Netic to shut down the player that was trying to drop down CT spawn. Actually changes quite a lot. Yeah, there's the replay. Able to get 1, able to get a 2nd, and he was all alone throughout that entire time. Vexside was just hiding play for the round, so heroics coming out of both of them on the left-hand side of the minimap.
Heroics out of shock as well. That should not have been a round that got that close, especially with the crunch down onto CT. That happened from CT. But there you go. This is, what, 8 rounds now in a row here for FlyQuest?
Yep.
On CT side. Absolutely crazy turnaround of events.
They just wanted to make sure the map is not boring.
They love to just... They specifically wanted Sponge out of the game. There you go, though. Oh, my lord. Vexside, Netic. That's some team play. Good coordination on the piece, and now a little bit too overbearing. Why pick that?
Hold on.
If you're Vexside and Nedic,
He's
you've
still
lost
bringing
the
this
B
one
bomb
back.
side.
Look at Beastic. He's hearing all the steps.
my
He knows
lord.
there's so much commotion down CT spawn right now, and he's heard all of them silent drop. Not really there, and now Regali's heard him. That's a big pickup.
I don't know what Beastic was thinking, making noise out there. He would have been seen either way, maybe trying to pump the brakes on the push back into the B-bomb side, but his team just didn't get into the site. No bomb plan, nothing to be done. It's a straight up 2v3. Somehow Stresser saves the day. JKS not connecting, and it's Regali once again left to the clutch out here with Ins.
Low HP on both Shock and Stressor, though. Doesn't help Regali with the ult, but definitely the rifle, and you still have that 1 HE. This is really uncomfortable right now for Sinners. The moment that they try to go for the bomb plant or tap the bomb, the nade could be coming in, and Ins might get a kill with it. Actually falling on the other side of the pillar in the middle of the bomb site. Bomb goes down to 2 versus 2, and now there might be a chance for the T's.
This is Ins' time to play, though. Coming through into the retake. He's got to do it all with that A4. Regali would be asked too much to try to enter here with the AWP, but he's going to be the first man in. Okay, Shock is going to take him out. I'm really weirded out by the choice of the peaks there, because it is going to be Sinners taking away the round. Just invert the way that you go into that retake, and suddenly you take it, but I guess not.
Doesn't really feel clean, but Sinners finally put an end to that streak out of FlyQuest. Let's not forget, that was a 12-6 lead for Sinners. FlyQuest getting 8 in a row before dropping this one, and it's definitely going to be quite painful, the fact that you lose a 5 versus 3 like this, but great work coming out of the rifles in towards B to find the refrags, and Stressor switching to the AWP. Not usually a gun that he's synonymous with, but he's been having a good game. I guess he's just feeling it. 23 and 16 on the side of the North Macedonian.
Man. And this is still map 1 of the best of 3. We've got another one after
We've got a couple of
this.
these, by the way. I was just thinking about it. We've got 2 high on AM. We've got Stressor in here as well on Sinners. North Macedonian representation.
Yeah,
Been a while since I've seen a couple players from...
Ever since Blue Jays, right?
yeah. I mean,
Before
you've got
NA.
Kixon, you've got Sasanito, but...
Yeah. Always nice to see new names as well.
Yeah.
New names. Stressor and Too High have been around for a long time.
Especially Stressor.
Yeah.
Too High is a lot more of a young gun, up-and-coming in-game leader, but... as we already mentioned, we know we can think of one Tier 1 North Macedonian IGL. Why not make it a second? Maybe it runs in the blood.
The nation. The command. 14-13 Regali. Being the first body dropped out here actually gives Pep a lot of space to play with. He's down towards CT, moved in towards car. This is a good setup for Sinners, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. You just need Pepper to connect onto one shot.
Yeah.
Get the kill, fall back. You can play that A-bomb side on a retake. Drop down CT, that's been heard. Stressor, spam, doesn't connect. Dodging the flashes. Beppo trying to get something out of it, and it's a tough one. Needs to make sure he doesn't go down. There's a lot of damage being done through the smokes. Look at Nedic instant Vexside, finally able to fight back and get a kill, but they're still severely tagged.
Half HP onto everybody besides JKS. And JKS has been struggling on this map, there's no denying it. 4v4 into the retake Sinners. Working with a couple of good utilities, good defuse kits. It's really all down to Beastic to find the sentry, and he always does it. High flashes to come through, double them. As Vexside still stays here into the bomb side. Vexside, the hero, it's down to a 1v1. You can't stick this, even though you might want to. Shock
doing
right
it.
now. He is doing it. Pros
got
never
it.
fake, and it's down to the second. Ins is gonna save it. Good thing he insta-peaks.
Woo! That one goes down to the wire, but again, as the captain to save them up. It's been such a stressful map of Counter-Strike for FlyQuest, and Ins 1/10 away from missing out on the timing. We've got a bit of a technical maintenance now for Nedic, it feels like. But Ins is able to get them over the line. Those rounds have been going down to the wire.
Oh yeah.
But now FlyQuest have turned it around. They were down 6-12 once upon a time. Now they're up 15-13. Sinners. Do you have the mental resilience to bring it back? Especially a map that you thought you had in the back. You thought it was a sure thing. A quick update onto what's going on in the other servers. Zero Tenacity, currently third map against Big Academy, 5-0 up, and AM trying to level things up against Nexus. The score there, 8-4 on map 2 after Nexus picked up the first one.
We've seen Nexus make comebacks before, though, even well Going to, well, having the enemy be close to closing it out. So.
Yeah. Also, Gen 1 already took down Reason in a 2-0 fashion.
Damn, 13-2 on Dust2.
Yeah.
That's one hell of a way for Reason to actually be invited here and to be sent out. I think that's the first
MBK
invite.
keeps it going. Gen 1's going to be playing the winner of this game that we're watching right now. As of right now, it doesn't really feel like it's a sure thing to say it's going to be either Sinners or FlyQuest. We don't know which one. Well, it's a sure thing it's going to be one of them.
Yeah.
We just don't know which one. A bit of a smile on the face of Regali. Apparently he's having a little bit more fun now. Moments away from disaster, now in a much better position. And for those of you that are just joining in, a quick reminder, this is just map 1 of the series, and this is the map pick of FlyQuest. We still have at least one more map to go, and that's going to be an Ancient, brought to you by Sinners.
Straight from home. Right. So now with the stakes high, at the very least we know the winning team will be meeting MBK. This is still an elimination game, right? So the Reason are going to be the first invited team to now be dropped out of the event. Sinners could be the next if they don't bring this one back.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on with Netic, folks, but stay with us.
Yeah.
Of course, for those of you, again, that are coming in, this is not our last best of 3 of the day here over at the stream. We're going to be looking at the winners bracket after that, or the upper bracket semifinals, if you will. That's going to be 2 games happening at the same time. It's going to be the Basement Boys taking on Passion UA. Ecstatic OG is the one that we're going to be watching, and the reason being, I guess, the value of the VRS for both those teams. Ecstatic and OG still technically not out of the race for a major spot. Chances are slim, sure, but for both of them, if they win this event and they keep on playing other lands, because there's a couple more before the cutoff, they could realistically potentially make it through.
Yeah, they're nonetheless, right? For both Ecstatic and OG. They might actually get an extra bit of VRS points if they make it through the lower brackets. It's an extra game, right?
Yeah.
But technically speaking, even through that game, you'd have to find the winner of... No, I'm lying. Neither the winner of Gen 1 or FlyQuest. It would be the winner after that.
Yeah. No, there is some advantages to being in the upper bracket, you know? You don't have to play 10,000 games.
True.
But it's great that we get more FlyQuest Counter-Strike because of it. They lose their opening. Maybe the Basement Boys just allowed all of us to, you know, enjoy the Aussie action.
Give them more heart attacks for the Aussie fans, yeah.
Absolutely. That's how we love it. Who doesn't love a good old run through the lower bracket?
Yeah.
And we've had a long one. And by the way, the admin team and production have been doing a really good job of dealing with everything. I mean, I know it's a little bit weird saying that during a technical timeout, but you know what? The timing is actually perfect because we've got everything sorted out. So yeah, once again, big shout out to the team. Considering how many players and how many teams we've got here, they've been doing a great job. Fantastic even.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I tuned into one of our Romanian big streamers out here, and he was saying, how is the electricity not falling out here, Jaxi? How is the electricity not falling here with 18
We've got a bunch of people on bicycles in the back.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of hamsters out here on DraculaN.
Oh, don't call them hamsters. It's disrespectful. They're people. No, we're kidding. We're kidding. There's no one in the basement.
Besides
no one that we know
players,
of.
Yeah, besides 5 players that are trying to make it out of the basement somehow.
Yeah.
We're back to the game. Right, this is what is important. FlyQuest looking to close it out. First of 2 chances they'll get out here in this overtime. Inns has brought it back, but not only Inns, Vexon, I feel like, has been the big mover.
It's a really interesting lean out of Sinners. At a certain point, you're going to have to either push long or rotate some people back middle, because right now you've got 4 people on the right-hand side of the map. And look at the goal from FlyQuest. Acceleration in towards the B-bomb side. This is a big one out of Shock, and Kisarek is able to drop another one. You stole both those players in towards middle, and suddenly the B-split doesn't look like an competitive option for FlyQuest anymore.
Bullets are magnetic here for Sinners, and JKS burning alive. It's Shock. Take a little bit of a fight down mid, and he now provides the much needed support onto that B-bomb site. So Sinners have equaled out the numbers on the extremities, and it's down to FlyQuest to really come out as short, really. It's their only chance, their only option.
Yeah, a little bit of fortune there to get some of the damage done through the smoke as well, but you've given yourselves a chance. Peppo, lovely pickup. No chance for a refrag. Instantaneous drop of these. be aware of the player towards the back of the bomb site. B-Stick. This is filthy. It's absolutely nasty, and he keeps it going for another one.
A lucky round here for FlyQuest, really, especially off the back of those 2 early pickups, but everything else was just well played by Sinners. It's down to the last tackle opponents that they get extra here, FlyQuest, into this T side.
I can't believe they might bring it back, by the way. FlyQuest was supposed to be, I guess, in full charge now, in full control of what is going on. Sinners were up 12-6.
Yep.
They find themselves facing 2 map points for FlyQuest, and they're still fighting back. Still able to make it a close game, still able to make us all think that a double OT might be in place. No matter what happens until the end of this map, Sinners again have exceeded expectations.
I feel like we said that yesterday with Basement Boys, and look at what they've gone to do. So let's not curse the side of FlyQuest more than they're cursing themselves.
And
right
Dust2
now.
is usually a map that the Sinners play a lot, but it's not usually a map that they win consistently, right? We're seeing them win a game against Mix, lose against the same team, win against Forza Reload, lose to Ruby, so it's a bit of a 50-50. It's not even one of the best ones in their arsenal, it's just one that they have a lot of experience on.
There is a bit of a difference, though, from online to LAN coming back out, especially into a map like this, right? Because it's a bit easier to communicate, it's a bit easier to get the feel for the game, your protocol's all in set, just have to shoot. On the server at the very least. Last round of the first overtime, it's either another one on the board out here, Ted, or FlyQuest manages to close it out.
Double push in towards short. At least they were thinking about it. Vexside on the other side of things. He's spotting the head, stepping away. B-Stick once again beats him to the punch.
He's at 23 and 21 IGL. What do you want from him? He's been hitting shots left and right. And right now, with a mid-crunch that is not going to come through out here from Sinners, FlyQuest have got a bit of a free reign, a bit of a moment to breathe to figure out this B-pop, but there will be no split in for middle. This is straight up from tunnels.
The silver lining is there's no rotations coming out of Sinners, right? They've been doing a whole lot of damage through those mid-smokes. So now you throw in the crisscross, you focus the majority of your attack in towards the B tunnels. Molotov is well placed coming out of Kisarek. That's going to win him a little bit more time, but the lurk smoke is still in play. And a little bit of a fake happening in towards short, I feel like. You've got Inns trying to throw caution into the wind. Kisarek, spam, actually gets one.
Yeah, Shock has been doing notoriously good historically on this part of the map. He's been anchoring it well, and that's going to be one for Shock. Looking for Regali. He's with the bomb.
Big kill.
1v3. Regali, 20 seconds. He's been putting into the clutch performances once before. Drops, makes noise, still finds Shock. Doesn't have the time to pick up the gun from the ground, really. 17 HP, just needs to plant.
It's so difficult. So tough to cross, and Pepple's got it. Not ready to give up, Sinners. We reload and go again, and this is just map 1.
Okay, we're in for a long one, Ted. Get ready. This has been interesting. This has been just all over the place. Comeback after comeback to come through, and now 15-15 double overtime is needed to figure it out. The motion that you get to see out here from the webcams, you get to see it as well. Quote-unquote insane reactions brought to you by Lenovo Legion.
I mean, just to think about it, by the way, Gen 1 already won their game. Sure, some of those started earlier. Zero Tenacity and Big Academy are already midway through the 3rd map. Nexus and AM towards the latter stages of map 2. And we're still in overtime on map 1 here.
Yep. That's just how it's been going. B-Stick, after so many good connects, struggles to find the first one on the entry. Vexai, good for 2 indeed, and once the 3rd taps him down, Kisarek still known inside of the smoke. Will see ends with the bomb. Leaves him down to half HP, but it's up to Peppo here to hold on until Stresser helps him out. He moves in through short, tries to clear it out first. They're going to be forfeiting the bomb site.
Yeah, throwing bodies at the problem there, Sinners. Not so many players for that long fight, but the multi-kill out of Vexide makes the difference. And Ends, of course, making sure that they hold on to that man advantage. Stressern. Push in towards mid. At least that confirms FlyQuest is not going back. Thing is, with that AWP deep into towards CT, there isn't a lot that Peppo could do to try and deny them from making the cross. There goes the molly, and he's trying to buy enough time for Stressern to get into a good position. Can't really see them as of right now. And they're being so silent about it.
No flash, no smoke. No
Got the
nade
smoke
even down to
CT.
short.
Now you know.
But as you may, Peppo's going to play in front of it for sure, right? He needs one here to help Stressern out. Regali still keeps on peeking. It's all about the timing. He's been heard on the scoping, by the way. Regali spots them out. Stressern, 4x3, hits us all.
Yeah, didn't see him, and If you're Pepper, you're probably calling this one off.
Yeah.
No reason to throw that ope into pretty much the pit. Regali able to close it out. Okay, FlyQuest get the first round here on the T side. At this point, it just feels like it's all about who's going to be able to hit the shots. We go really deep into that Dust2. You're throwing the books out of the window. The strat book, that is. Don't throw other books out of the window. It's not nice. Respecting literature is important.
Terrorists win.
I don't know if we've been doing a lot of respecting these days, especially with literature. We do get a match pause though. Netic again, same issues at the PC. Hopefully everything will be figured out quite quickly. I feel like we'd be going full podcast mode if I started asking you about literature now, so I'm not.
I mean, we do have a technical timeout. Netic is disconnected once again, so sure, go ahead. What do you want to know?
What was the last thing you read?
So, I do love a lot of Orwell. Right now, I'm reading something in Bulgarian right now. So, the last thing I read in English, it was Christopher Hitchens. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I recommend.
Does this game feel as dystopian as Orwell?
To some extent, yeah. Yeah. Comparable.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Both could make you feel a little bit miserable in different ways.
Mm. And you enjoy both of them?
Yeah,
Hopefully.
yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Great.
What about you?
Really, besides mangas that will not count, literature, I think my last read was a good... It was a fantasy book. Yeah.
No, I just looked
Doesn't
at the
count.
chat. That was a big mistake. I meant George Orwell, you know, guys. It's, not that.
Can't
Yeah.
save it now.
Yeah.
Can't
No,
save it
no,
now.
unfortunately. Hey. I mean, whatever you're into. It's, you know. Everyone's got a choice.
Everyone's got their own
Yeah.
stuff.
And our choice is to keep going with this madness. Dust2 has been a great map of CS for entertaining purposes. And from Sinners' point of view, I guess, no, FlyQuest did start playing pretty decently towards the end, but
Yeah.
it's still been a little bit scrappy, rough around the edges at times.
100%.
We hope that everything's all right. Netic is back on the server. I'm excited to share with all of you, so we could be going underway any moment now. We've seen Peppo slow things down a little bit, right? I feel like Regali is just pulling ahead right now.
I did want to bring that up. You know, at the beginning of the map, we
Yeah.
get to see a lot of Peppo.
It still doesn't feel like he's doing that bad of a job, though. A lot of the rounds he's been isolated from the action. The previous one being a great example for it all. I think FlyQuest have been doing a really good job and not giving him too many opportunities early on.
Yeah. Now it feels like we're really finally getting into his kind of hand here. Manages to find a lot more flicks, a lot more flashy plays. Puts himself in that star player role. 16-15 though, we're back into the action, back into the game. Overtime 2 to come through now, and... Well, he said that's not necessarily the way you try to take middle.
Nice swing coming out of Vince. There goes Peppo, though. We were talking about that CT side Ope able to punish. What do you want to do now?
I think
You know where the Oper was. You've seen him rotate towards the right-hand side as well. So you should be pretty aware of the fact that this is a 2-2 setup. Or probably Peppo's still standing and lurking somewhere around middle. It's all about giving yourselves the opportunity to work with the map. You still have plenty of time. Doubling up in towards long, though. There might be a push coming out of B-Stick. They're again trying to be as proactive as possible.
That's what I was going to say. How crazy would it be that Beastic just goes forward right now, catches them on and off timing. At least JKS could be seen, but goes into lower tunnel. Now Beastic's just going to stay out there into long house. No way he pushes. It's going to be up to B.
That's a good call. If you're able to push the Oper away, he's going to get flashed, he's going to get mollied. Peppo's letting go of the angle. He does know that no one's crossing towards the back of the bomb side, those Sinners. They're still going to hold on to the setup, and the Molotov fails as well.
Yeah, Miss Molotov right now. Shock is allowed free reign onto this bomb site. Try to take them down. That's the bomb down. And looking for Netic as well. Do you know about the second player here? Stresser and Scene will get denied. Netic, amazing double headshot. And that's the double piece that could win the round. That here 17th could be on the board. It's Beastic and Peppo left to the retake.
Look at the flank. Beastic. Is he going to be checked for ins?
Yes.
It's all about the awareness. He's ready. He can see it coming. Big kill coming out of ins. IGL, VIGL. And it's the Australian to come out on top. Peppo once again forced to go for the save after getting an early pick into a round. Lovely recovery. And as you pointed out, Netic with some really sharp shooting in towards B.
I mean, he finds the opener, sees the man to do it, and I'm very glad that it's Netic, right? Because we brought forth the conversation about Netic and Vexite. And I thought Vexite would be the more aggressive player, but I guess Netic is connecting a couple more of those shots in towards OT.
I mean, it's a good redemption out of him, because he himself has not really been having the best map of his life. We could say the same for JKS as well. Regali, Vexite, ins, all of them over that 20 frag mark. And 2 rounds to the good for FlyQuest. Another tactical timeout coming out of the Sinners. Of course, every single time we go into another OT, both teams get a bonus one, so don't wonder about that. There's the replay. It was really well how they coordinated, by the way, the drop of the player that was on top of the box with the peek out of Netic. He wanted to mess up with the CT in towards car as much as possible.
Now we'll be going on over to a potential clean T side here for FlyQuest, which would definitely be something new. That's something very much welcomed here for the Aussies. And remember, this is an elimination game, but every team that gets eliminated can still sign up for DraculaN Season 3. Still open on those signups.
It's a little bit wild to be having that conversation when FlyQuest is involved.
Yeah, well,
Like, don't worry, guys. At least you can come back in 2 months.
100%.
They can't, though. They will be at the major. So no FlyQuest. Or they should be at the major.
They will be at the major.
Long play. Correct. Cleared out. Able to get one nice refrag coming out of JKS. Felt like for a second there, Ins might have done it alone, and the timing is perfect. Stressor turning around. Netic doubles up and doubles down. This is back-to-back big rounds for the New Zealander, and that might be a clean T-side coming out of FlyQuest. Heroics required out of both Peppo and Shock. Over spotted. Molly, naded, pushed back, and he's still trying to force the issue, but the bomb is already crossing in towards the A-bomb side. This should be unwinnable.
Should be indeed. 1 HP only onto Netic. Regali's going to plan it for long. He's just going to dip, and that's the round done, surely. Out here, Peppo and Shock playing with a FAMAS EWP combo into the retake from CT. If this would be a normal round, you'd call in the save right here, right now, but it's not. This is the clean half of the overtime here from FlyQuest on the T side. Peppo taking his time. The only one with the defuse kit. Good flash to come through. Shock. Easy kill onto JKS. Regali traded out though. Peppo to come through. It's just the FAMAS really though, and Regali closes it out on the AWP duo.
Whew, taking the headset off. He thought the game was over. He thought that was it. You can see him laughing it off as well. It was like, okay, job well done. Not quite yet, though. You haven't quite closed out the map. You need one more round.
Not too far away, I get him, but still need one more, yeah.
He's had a great recovery, though, and we're seeing the impact being brought in from both him and Netic throughout the last couple of rounds. Three rounds, 3 chances for FlyQuest to close out that Dust2. It's been a bit of a labored affair, but it might all work out towards the end. Peppo, tag, landed onto Netic. 26 HP for him to work with, and a bit of a third PCU to win towards T-spawn.
Both of the players going towards B, though, have been spotted. Sinners having clear information right now. Don't know anything about middle, so they're going to take their chance to try to overwhelm JKS, who has been notoriously having an issue in towards that part of the map, but Ins manages to trade it back out onto a Pisa util.
This should be it. You get a man advantage into a round like this one. Sure, Netic is low on HP, but this is the closest you've been to closing out this map. And what a comeback that would be. I would definitely fill you up with a little bit more confidence.
Determination to close out this best of 3, surely.
A lot of relief, probably, as well.
A lot of frustration to come through from Sinners, though. You got to see how passionate they were, how emotional they were when they were up 12-6. So
Look at that aggressive play out of Nedek, by the way. Even though he's low on HP, he's still taking the initiative in towards tunnels, and he's covering so much ground on his own. That's why they're leaning in towards A so much. Obviously, you need someone in towards middle too, but Nedek is doing a lot of the work himself. Regali hasn't seen anything in towards top middle. You should know this is an A play. You've got everything.
Smoke out advanced. 30 seconds to go. Sinners, they can't really dally around. They have to go.
This should be it.
Beastic has done miracles before, though. Would it be too surprised? Smoke down to CT. The cross will come through. It's up to Inns on the A1S to try to deny this. Molly into ramp to deny the push. And this is really well played out of FlyQuest. They're just really biding their time. Another one to go. They're really trying to take him down. However, Inns is the first man out. A bomb will get planted. Peppo finds another in from ramp looking for the kill.
No way.
Does connected. Regali, last man standing. 1v2. Regali has done these before as well. AWP in hand, 4 bullets left for 2 players, and does connect on 1. Needs just 1 more, down to the 1v1, and it's Beastic to save it once again.
That is absolutely unbelievable. That should have been it. You still have more chances, but the amount of times we've seen Beastic just reach down, grab his teammates, and pull him out of the hole. It's so damn impressive. The triple kill out of nowhere. Look at the way that everything starts. FlyQuest, they had him surrounded. They were all in towards A. They had the flank in play as well, and the fact that Regali had to clutch up once again towards the end is absolutely insane. And now we're looking at the replay of him thinking the map is over. The map is still going.
Oh, it's definitely not over right now. He's got even more to do. Through the flash, Peppo connects the shot. Another V-op going down the drain here.
I can assure you, if this one goes another ulti, if Sinners somehow end up winning the map, this clip of Regali taking off the headset and laughing it off after the first 3 rounds, that's going to be all over the place.
That's going to be fire to the fuel of Sinners, though. When they get to see it, they'll just be even more passionate about trying to win this. Look at this. Man, oh man, JKS last man standing. You blinked and you missed it. 4 kills in quick succession. This is 18-17 here. Sinners looking to bring it back.
That's real tough. I can't believe this is possible, by the way. I can't believe this is still going, man. This is it's complete madness. That's what that is.
And it's not even Sparta.
2 rounds in a row. 1 more needed from overtime number 3. Sinners are not letting FlyQuest run away. Right behind him. Flash is perfect. Regali couldn't connect on the blind shot. Shock is able to react to that play somehow.
Yeah.
They're just so locked in, Sinners. All of them.
Not only is Peppo being a trooper, yeah.
I mean, look at the kill distribution. Everyone's between 20 and 27 kills. No, 29, sorry.
29, yeah.
Gotta run. Really quick.
Yes. Oh, he doesn't make it. Another opening frag. JKS has really been the Achilles heel here for FlyQuest. The lineup here for Inns, but he flashes himself in trying to buy time. That is actually going to allow Sinners to get out with an even bigger advantage. Could have been the throw of the round, but you're only working on MP9s. Regali doesn't have his signature AWP, so Vexite is up to the fight.
Oh, they've heard a drop. They should know a boost could be coming through. Actually, they didn't coordinate it. Nedek. Yes, the first one. They haven't spotted out Vexite yet. Now they'll have to undo the boost. The smoke is fading away. Player in towards Cardo. That could be the execution, and there goes Beastic. 3 rounds in a row. You might have another reason to take off the headset soon enough, Regali, but it might be for all the wrong reasons. We're going into OT number 3.
It's been a while since we've gone to see and say that.
By the way, at this point, you're comparing the amount of map points that both teams had, right? Because Sinners had 6 of them in regulation. FlyQuest have missed out on 5.
Yeah, they're getting there. Beastic is even putting his hand on his head, being like, how are we doing this? How is this continuing? But they closed it out. They couldn't close it out in regulation. Now they have to do it in triple overtime. Sinners, sure, you've had a flawless T-side as well. And we've got another overtime onto the B stream as well.
What a map. What a game.
What
a player! Nedek going ahead of the molly. Was kind of forced to go for the fight, able to get a kill, but the refrag again is really solid out of Sinners.
Sanity so far in Bucharest right now. We got a 30 bomb out of Regali.
Now this is feeling like a true RMR.
Yeah, it is. Successive.
And I know Sinners are not even fighting for a spot at the major at this point, but they're playing like it means the world to them.
I mean, it does. You have to remember, these tier 2 teams still looking for VRS points for invites.
This is going to be making Sinners a CCT playoff team if they win it. Okay. Timing is everything. Doesn't want to let FlyQuest know where that AWP is. Is not going to take the first shot. Execution comes through. The flashes are going to be forcefully used up there. Shock actually does manage to land it onto the backside. Regali heard, but not fully spammed out. Are they just forgetting about Regali? No, they're
Nope.
not. Okay.
That was the team flash as well, I think. Shock, oh my god. They're just being so sharp with it. Ins. A 1 versus 4 clutch, and you're even being flanked, turning around, can't connect. Kisaric takes him down. It's an almost clean round out of Sinners. They lose only 1 player in the process, and that was the first fight.
4 T rounds in a row here for Sinners, by the way. I mean, I get having a tough CT side, but having it in 3 overtimes in a row? Yeah, that's not good.
Both teams have been struggling a little bit with the defense, right? Which is a little bit funky to say, because you don't really have financial issues in OT. Your Opers have been pretty decent. Both Regali and Peppo hitting the 30 bomb. And both teams just unable to make it work on the defense. It's been a T-sided OT affair.
And I feel like we've been getting all the crazy games. Yesterday we got Basement Boys finding an upset on 3 maps. Now we're getting triple overtime in map number 1.
You know what's the one thing? No, it's not us. It's FlyQuest.
It is FlyQuest.
This is the common thing, yeah.
Oh, God.
They're the team. It's not us.
Never us. There's traffic on the setup of that util. The nade being sent out here. Sinners. Amazing nade back, though. FlyQuest. Looks like they picked it up from the ground and send it right back to the sender. They're leaving only Regali here to hold, though. He's been put in this position many times before. We can attribute it back to Peppo when he was doing it.
I mean, it's a pretty standard setup. You have your long player aggressive. He's going to be responsible for the late flanks, and then the Oper, potentially in the short exec, just shuts down the first one, falls back. You play the man advantage retake. Thing is, this time around, Sinners are taking a reroute. 3 players in towards long, 3 players to be heading in towards the den of JKS.
Sinners the
Regali's
long
coming
way.
to the rescue.
Oh, he has
He's
to.
not looking.
Oh, he might be fully denied out here. JKS saves him! And there's the savior. JKS finally putting up the impact he needs to find. Into the bomb side, though. They don't have the bomb. That is going to be Beastic. The only man standing, and a clean round finally out of FlyQuest on a CT side.
You know what? This is a massive multi-kill coming out of JKS, but this is so fortunate for them. Because Regali is just crossing knife out. Back turn.
Yeah.
If they were already out the door, he would have been a dead man. And the fact that you catch him moving like this is going to be the biggest giveaway onto where JKS is playing from. So that was... I know this is a round that they win with all 5 alive, but this is moments away from disaster for FlyQuest still.
This entire game has felt moments away from disaster every single time we've gotten into a match point, really. So now 19-19, a CT side here for FlyQuest. Needs to connect the second, you feel like.
It really is a crazy one. Vex side, Op spotted, tagged down. Both teams actually bringing in the double Op setup. Beastic doing it on the T side, of course, a little bit more opportunistic. And he's been tagged down, so might as well hold on to the big green at this point.
An opening advantage here for Sinners. FlyQuest might be wanting to go for a split out here towards B. Smoke will land a bit late. JKS is going to flash himself through. Next to the cubby as always. And will not be able to find him. Yeah, got confused by the smoke. Vex side still not checked to the side. Gets spammed in. Pre-fired by Stressern. Does a good job. Still doesn't connect the shot though. 2v3. And a big kill indeed out here from Ins. But the bomb's still on the side.
The bomb player is alone. Smoke is not absolutely perfect. You can still head in towards the window too. Don't really feel comfortable to get the bomb plant here. Shock. It's going to wait for a little while. When Ins finds another one through the smoke, this is opening up an avenue. Opening up an opportunity, a possibility to pick this one up. A double kill already out of Ins. Himself and Regali will have to try and pull this one off. Crossfire set. One player side, the other one in towards the car. Peppo waiting for the contact. Waiting to just peek up and get a kill. Ins gonna run down the first one. Peppo has to do it all alone. Now they know where he is. Needs the headshots. Running out of ammo, running out of HP, running out of opportunities as well. Nade on top, not gonna do too much damage. They can just run him down. They can just close in the distance, and there's plenty of time for the defuse. A massive triple kill round out of Vince, who's just hit 30 as well.
There you go. Find a bit of an opener, find that timing, and get them in. That is, again, FlyQuest on the advantage. This time, though, crucially, from all of these overtimes, it's on to the CT side. Now, into the favorite side that we've seen out this Dust2, FlyQuest will have a couple of chances to try to close. It's still not clean, though, right? It still becomes scrappy towards the end.
I mean, at a certain point, you stop caring about clean. You start caring about win, you know?
Sure. But at the end of the day, if it's not
too
clean,
late for this game to be clean.
Of course.
Yeah.
But if it's not clean and the rounds aren't at least structured, then that opens up a lot more mistakes that both of the teams can just latch onto.
I think the server's just filled up with all of that. At this point, we're just all enjoying the ride. It's just about entertainment, just about who's going to be able to hold their own. And yeah, that was a 2 versus 4 that FlyQuest just brought back. So they can do it as well. It's not only about losing those situations, sometimes you pick them up too. And now they've put themselves in a great spot. Going into the T side, that one worked out for them with 3 pristine rounds last time around. And now they need just 2, and that's a lovely start out of JKS. Electric on the rifle.
Back to his usual spot out here. JKS onto Longhouse goes out. Sure finds one. Pev will love the trades here. Would love the trade here. Beastick is not going to flash his way in. No one will. There's just a walk up here in, setting up util. Beastick connects onto JKS. What a turnaround here for Sinners. It's a 3v4. Into short we go.
Peppo posted on the angle. Flash comes in. Molly's the side. Man advantage retake is something you could go into. Gotta be careful. You don't want to go down. You know one player is crossed towards the back of the box.
Bomb will be planted though. 2 will come in out here from middle. And that is Peppo connecting the shot into the player. Regali. It's taking too many fights. It's a 2v4. I get you have to thin down the numbers, but right now, Neti cannot help you out. It's a good shot out of Regali. The Opera is staying alive. 1 from CT, 2 from Long. Let's see this retake come through in that smoke. FlyQuest, only half the time remaining on that bomb. Great grenade, but it will not land onto the Opera. The Asimov stays alive. Regali not connecting shots. Blinded and denied. And Stresser coming to the bomb side. Stresser good for 2. And it's Sinners 20-20.
Still enough time on the defuse. This is a big one. And again, Regali so close to being the hero for FlyQuest, but a lot of the shots just not connecting on the big green. Too many opportunities, too many chances, and Peppo with a big double kill round. Same thing we could say for Stresser. Sinners level things up once again.
I did not think I'd say this in map number 1 of the first best of 3 that we get to cover, but we might be getting a 4th overtime.
We might be staying here up until midnight.
We could.
Or even past that. This is just map 1. We still have potentially 1 more. Could be 2 more and another best of 3.
Yeah. True.
I mean, Big Academy and Zero Tenacity are almost done.
And then the games after that are going to follow. Overtime still on Nexus and AM. 14-14 right now for them too.
Yeah, Big Academy 1 round away from eliminating Z10. And that's another surprise run, by the way. A newly formed Big Academy led by Gobby.
Yep.
Absolutely crazy stuff.
Jay Bowen has been hitting like a maniac on that team. However, we're not talking about that game. We're talking about this one. Another quick tank out here by Vexside this time around alongside Netic into Long. FlyQuest, I get it. Don't change what works, right? But this approach only netted you a bomb plan, not a round win in the previous.
Just go out and send it.
Yeah.
A lot quicker in comparison to the last couple rounds as well. Smokes in towards CT Uto, goes over. Nothing that the CTs could do to stop them as of right now. Breaking the smoke, but they missed out on the timing.
The bomb denial is huge here, though. Kisadek would love to be able to find JKS as he struggles to get by. Kisadek loving to just dip his feet in that fire. 5v5 retake now out here, Ted. Netic.
Utility.
Sure, it will come through, but it won't land.
Oh, yeah.
It's a huge advantage here for FlyQuest.
That could have been a kill, by the way. If
that
the
will
first
be a
nade
kill.
lands, yeah, there goes the second. They finally get the kill. Should have probably gotten it earlier. A 4v5 hold. A FlyQuest are going to be after. Another molly in towards Goose. Does it spread? No, it doesn't.
It's an incendiary.
Backside.
Yeah.
He's got it. He's got the angle. They might not be ready for this. Jump, doesn't spot him. Backside, could get a multi-kill out of this. There he goes. There goes one. Refrac's good enough. Swing comes in. Instant Regali holding on for dear life. And Insta's got a bit of a gap. There goes the spray transfer, but Regali's not missing this time around. And again, and again, and again. It's Ince and Regali to get it done for Fly.
Regali comes through, saves the day once again. He's been required to have so many saves in so many rounds out here, but at the very least we know one thing, and that's he's able to connect those flicks, man.
I mean, both him and Ince, man. I want to give him the props in those 2vx situations. Yeah. Combining for 67 frags right now, those two. Who's the star rifle in FlyQuest again? It's Ince.
Man, oh man, though, we're down to the last round of Overtime 3. Is it going to be a fourth one, or are FlyQuest going to be able to finally close it out? Kiserek looking down. Towards long right now. The bomb is in Longhouse. FlyQuest are trying to do the exact same thing they've done every single round of this T side so far. And just send it into long.
Yeah. 17 multi-kill rounds between Ince and Regali combined.
God damn. But Beastic has 10 just by himself.
Yeah.
So.
What a player, what a beast.
In the name.
Ick.
No smoke to come through here. Beastic hears it. And that will be actually Netic connecting on the first. He will spam down correctly. Finds one. Has to reload. On that reload, you'd think FlyQuest would go in. It's instead Regali to find the trade. Yes. Peppo and Stresser still on the bomb site. Looking for these shots. Will be able to connect. You see the shoulder. You don't go for the flick. Finds it now. Regali quick enough. 2v2 still into Ninja. Stresser and has just got to wait for Shock to come through CT.
They should know there's a possibility.
But do they clear it?
Into it? They're going to be ready for it. 30 seconds on the clock. JKS is the one that needs to be thinking about the bomb plant. Player in towards Gandalf. Yet to make his move. Yet to play his card. And Stresser is being baited for. But Regali's there for the cover. And that is the opportunity. 38 kills for the Oper. 38 kills for young man Regali to try and get them over the line. And Shock needs a miraculous 1v2 clutch to keep them in this one. It's been such a labored affair. He knows exactly what Regali's doing, but doesn't want to give away his position. Needs to try and close in the distance. Needs to try and look for JKS.
Oh my
head
God.
down, head tuck. Regali
Oh!
pulled it off!
No way, Shock! What did you just do? You killed us! You killed us all! You sent us down to Overtime 4! It's a never-ending story here on Dust2. You think the young hero would do it? You think Regali would pull it off?
There's no way, man. That game is pure cinema.
It's map 1, Ted.
Yep. Map 1.
Look at them. I'd be that happy too.
Well, hate to break it to you guys, but you're just stuck here now. This one is going to go until the end of time.
This is the infinite Tsukuyomi they were talking about, man. We're just in a loop.
Never getting out of here. Yeah. Welcome to the ultimate NIP Amco rematch.
I feel like...
Next is an AM going into an overtime as well. Double OT, in fact.
Oh my god. You know, Vertigo is usually the OT hell that we had into CS. Is it going to be Dust2 now? Feels like it.
Apparently.
Okay, well, we just rewind back to the usual overtime scenario, the overtime talks we've had. And they just
I know
farming.
this is no junk food, but I'm loving it.
I'm loving it too. You know who's not loving it though? JKS. 4 overtimes, 18 kills.
I didn't really want to bring it up.
I did. Peppo connects the opening shot. There's that aggression that we were looking for.
And by the way, just to a thought to be planted in there. Someone did bring the fact that Chad was on a flight right now. Yeah. Imagine how funny it would be for him to actually land and this map is still going.
If it's a 40-minute flight, then that could be the case. I doubt it though. And I hope I do. Man, disadvantage here for FlyQuest. Stuck inside a short. The bomb, actually, all the way on the other side of the world. Will he go through short as well? He would run the risk of peeking into mid. But he will do it. Oh, amazing shot at a B-stick.
He's so clean with it.
Yeah.
And it's just a consistent thing. It's not the first couple rounds. He keeps it going. Nice nade coming out of JKS. You finally deal with the Beast. It's all about, I guess, finding a way to try and turn what was a 3 versus 5 around now. Flashes come in. Kiserek does go down with the ship as well. Peppo's left. He's playing this one on the retake, and Stresser is quite close, but he's going to get spotted out.
Oh,
no one stopped the bomb from going down.
Yeah, but he's on 11 HP. If they had a nade here, he would have been a dead man. At least they know they don't. And now, Stresser trying to tap them away, spots out the heads, runs out of bullets. Regali, good for two, needs another one. It's the USP to come down. Clutch! Peppo wins the duel. What just happened? Regali, I think he ran out of bullets.
Run out of bullets, jumped in the middle of nowhere. That was a really messy one. Connects on the first two, but couldn't pull it off. He dropped the 40 bomb, but it's not enough. Peppo clutches up with a big triple kill, and we said that he had slowed it down a little bit. Well, let's say that again now. Can't really do that. 38 kills. Out of 21-year-old Peppo, who 1 year ago was playing Academy Counter-Strike for Sinners Academy.
And now on the main team, he's a top dog. Not in the server, but in his team. It's been such a heavy upper line map so far, though. Regali and the Peppo have shown the most. And he's staying in the flames. Almost got traffic jammed them into the kill.
Yeah, nearly getting blocked. A little bit of a miscom there. They wanted to smoke the molly and just go out. Regali wanted to bounce. Netic hasn't moved. That's an awful angle. You're never clearing that on minute 29. Quite an early push out of Stresser as well. A lot of aggro in towards middle. This gets shut down, but again, the same way that we've seen the last couple of rounds go on the T side of FlyQuest, it is a long take. And again, the Sinners have the read. 4 players here.
They do have the read because it's been 10 rounds ever since we've seen a B push. Peppo can't connect the flick though, however, and now the entrance to the side is going to get made. Kisarek to save him, and Peppo staying alive is going to get spammed down, running out of bullets into that bomb side though. However, the blowing open of the smoke is perfectly done. That's Kisarek on the second. JKS struggling to stay alive inside here. Oh my goodness, and Peppo does get seen. JKS taps it just to be sure. Down to the moment right now, 40 seconds. Its injury's not going to land onto Netic, or at least it will, but a bit late. Tap of the bomb. JKS can commit, so that is how Shock connects the headshot and is down to Regali again, man, to try to pull through a 1v3.
No bomb plant this time around though, so you need to press forward, and those are not easy shots to hit with the AWP. This one should be impossible, especially with the time left, and the AWP is just not connecting right now. Even on the few opportunities, double P comes in, and it's Shock to confirm it. A triple out of Kisarek, 2 out of Shock. 23 rounds Sinners. A 2-round lead now. Imagine if they were to get a clean CT side. Then you'd be going back to that clip of the headset going down.
Yeah. We have officially played 2 maps in 1 here on Dust2. 23-21. And we're going out to reach for the longest overtime out here on DraculaN.
There is actually overtimes in all games right now.
Yeah.
Big Academy Zero Tenacity, AM Nexus, and this one. All of them in OTs.
They love playing in at those PCs. What can you say, man? Next side. Spots at the player in towards mid. Good incendiary thrown out on the timing. Kisarek finds the opening. And Beastie keeps it up. Look at the aggression out here from short. The IGL wants nothing more of this game but just to close. And because of it, being ultra aggressive.
That's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
The fact that they might get a clean CT side when just a couple OTs ago, they were all struggling. Look at that position. Look at Kisarek. What is he doing there?
No way
You're never clearing it. Yeah. Absolute never. Not in a million years.
Question is, does he get 1 or 2 here?
I think both. Yeah. You just speak. No one's looking.
Oh
there goes
God.
1. There goes a second. Hello. Bye-bye.
Okay, so to try to break that round down, Kisarek just goes long, wins his duel. That's fine enough. Beastie goes aggressive into short because of that. Takes down another into lower tunnels. And now Vexside is trying a 1v5. Will not work. 24-21. This is wild.
At this point, it's really difficult to even say that they did it as well.
I think they did it as well.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
Twice in 1 map. For different teams.
Oh, well. I guess it happens. That kind of tells you how much of a wild game that's been. If both teams are just struggling to keep track on exactly how many rounds they need for the win.
How long we've been going at it into these overtimes. I wonder at which point we're going to get confused.
And in case you're wondering, by the way, they're not even playing... They're not facing each other, the 2 teams, so there's no way for them to know that Regali did this too.
Yeah. time to check the clips. Oh, Peppo, how is that a miss? Can't connect, moves at the last second. Peppo at least gets information that there's 2 into long. What are you going to do with that, though, if you're Sinners? Push short? I don't know.
I'm still having so much fun with the fact that they took the headsets off again. I mean, it didn't work out for Regalia last time, so imagine how hilarious it would be if now FlyQuest are able to bring us into OT5 because of that.
You just said it.
Because more of them did it as well. It wasn't just one player, it was a bunch of them. B-split coming up, O5 coming out of middle. Netic and Vexite. Defense needs to stand tall, but Beastic is able to find the first one. That might be it. Insta trying to hold back. He's trying to fight them. They haven't really spotted Netic in towards the back of the bomb side. Lands the leg shot. Doesn't get the kill. This is so much pressure. Surely this one's over. Surely this is how they close. And Sinners put an end to FlyQuest's misery. A 25-21 Dust2 that goes in favor of Beastic & Co.
Now you can take the headsets off. Now you can say that, hey, you know what? Even if you couldn't close it 6 rounds into regulation, that was 12-6, by the way. Now they can close it into quadruple overtime.
Yeah, that was absolutely massive, man. What a performance out of Peppo. What a performance out of both teams, to be fair.
Yeah.
The fact that FlyQuest are able to bring